Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this super fun spring makeup tutorial. I tried a new makeup technique in this video, as you can see by the lower lash line bringing in a pop of color. I really like how that turned out. Also, I am using a few new products to me anyways, and I hope you guys really enjoy this video. If you do, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel down below before you guys leave. And if you want to see how I got this makeup look right here, then go ahead and keep on watching. So I have already primed my eyes and we are ready for shadow. Today we are using the Jaclyn Hill times Morphe palette. And you might think that this isn't technically drugstore, but it is on the drugstore side of Ulta and it is very affordable. So this is what we are using today. I'm going to be dipping into this shade right here. And that is going to be our transition shade. So I'm going to pop that right in the center. Now I'm going to go into this shade right here just to deepen it up a little bit. And the brush that I was just using is the Morphe M441. It is just a domed blending brush. Now I'm going to switch over to the Morphe M433. It is a little shorter and a little bit more precise. And I'm going to dip into this shade right here. And this is going to go more on the outer V, just to add a little bit of dimension. Now I'm just going back in with the first shade that we used just to blend out all of the harsh edges because we want to keep this very blended. Now I'm switching over to the Morphe M167. It is just a flat shader brush. I'm going to take the lightest pink right here, and I'm not going to wet my brush just because I don't need it too pigmented. I just want to have a little bit of something something on the lid. Now I'm just going to dip into a little bit of this, and this shade I'm going to put on the innermost corner of my eye just to really add a little bit more brightness back to that area and blending it into that light pink shade. And that is where I'm going to stop with the eyes for now. For foundation, I'm trying something new. I'm going with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I have heard so many mixed reviews on this foundation. Some people say it's really full coverage. Some people say it's only light coverage. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I want to try it out. I've never tried it before. Recently, I've been preferring my sponge. This is the Eco Tool sponge. So this is what I'll be using to apply it today. I'm just going to start applying it on my face. I didn't know how I was going to feel about the applicator, but I kind of like it because even with a pump, I have to pump it out onto a little palette before I put it on my face. But I really do like the fact that I didn't have to do that with this. So that was really convenient. Now I'm just going to take the ball end of my sponge and start pouncing it into my skin. And I did prime with the Nars Pore and Shine Control, which wasn't drugstore, so I didn't include that in the video. I like how that looks on my skin, which really impresses me. So this is how it is looking with just one layer. And I really like it. It's not sitting on my skin all funky. It feels really comfortable on my skin. So far I am super impressed. I'm going to go in with a tad bit more on my cheeks because I do have a little bit of redness still peeking through. And this is how it is looking after I built it up a little bit more on my cheek area. I think it looks really nice. I think I got a high medium coverage, which isn't bad. I really like the way it's sitting on my skin. And I think this was only like $6, so that's really impressive. For concealer, I'm going in with my trusty Maybelline Fit Me. I have the shade 10 Light. I'm just going to pop this under my eyes and just brighten up the face a little bit. Now I'm going to go back in with my sponge and blend all of that out. The concealer blended out really nice over top of that. Now I'm going to be using another new product to set my under eye. This is from Wet n Wild also. It is their contour and highlight palette in Dulce de Leche. And I'm going to go in and set all the areas that I highlighted using the banana shade right here. This powder I don't think that I like, at least not that shade to set. It looks fine under the eyes, but on my chin, around my mouth, and up on my forehead, and even on my nose, it just really sucked the life out of my skin. So I don't know that I'll use that to set, maybe to go over what I used to set my under eyes with, just to add a little bit more brightness, but I think it's just a little bit too drying for me at the moment. Moving on, I have another product that I haven't tried before, and this is the Wet n Wild Contour Stick in the shade Oaks on You. And I did not set the sides of my face where I'm going to put this, so just know. And for this, I'm going to blend it out using the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I'm just going to go over it with my sponge just to make sure everything is nice and blended. That I really like. It pulls off way more dark in the camera than it is in real life, but I like that. And I've never used a cream contour stick before, so I don't know how this compares to other cream contour sticks, but I do like this. Now I am going to go in and set that contour with the contour shade in this. This is so powdery. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's super powdery. And super pigmented, but don't worry, I will go out and blend that out in just a minute. There's so much powder going on my desk right now. That's really powdery. But I like the contour side of that palette a lot more than the banana shade. So there's that. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. And I'm going to take my big fluffy duo fiber brush just to blend out all of that going on my face right now. For blush, I'm going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rouge. And for highlight, I'm going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Pearl. These are super pigmented. Now I'm going to jump back into the Jaclyn Hill palette to finish off the lower lash line. Now I'm going to be taking this shade right here. I'm going to apply this on the lower lash line. I'm going to blend that out. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Now I'm going to go back in with this shade right here and pop that on the inner part of the lower lash line. And just blend those two shades together. While we're at it, I'm just going to go ahead and pop that on the inner corner. Now I'm going to fill in my brows using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And for mascara, I've been testing out the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara. So that's what I'm going to be using for my mascara today. And for the lips, I'm going in with another Wet n Wild product. This is the Liquid Catsuit in Nudist Peach. I love this shade. It looks really pretty in the tube. Whenever I started putting it on, I thought it was going to be too light, but I love it. And this is a really good formula at the drugstore. This is one of my favorites. This and the Rimmel Stay Matte, they are both really awesome liquid lipsticks that you can find at the drugstore. So this is how the look turned out. I really hope you guys like. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel down below if you have not already. But that is it for this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.